Hello everybody, my name is Noble Panda and welcome to our game review of Dark Souls 3. Now before we go on, I want to apologize as the footage that's being shown is only the tail end of my stream series of the game, as I decided to do reviews only recently. However, future reviews will have more diversity in regards to footage. Now how this is going to work is I am going to critique the game in three separate categories: replayability, soundtrack, and overall gameplay. I'll be scoring these categories on a scale of 1 to 10 and are only a reflection of my own personal opinions. Now without further ado, let's get started. So as someone who has played the Souls series religiously, Dark Souls 3 was a fitting end to the series, while also simultaneously introducing new players to the game. In regards to the other two games of the Souls series, Dark Souls 3 was the most fleshed out and balanced in my opinion. Dark Souls 1, while a masterpiece, had some serious flaws and glitches in hitboxes, and Dark Souls 2, while having a great story, felt very rushed and just full of recycled ideas that were never used in the first game. Dark Souls 3 was a combination of the other games and perfected it. FromSoft took the originality of Dark Souls 1 and combined it with the storytelling of Dark Souls 2 in order to make a well-balanced and well-made game. In terms of gameplay, Dark Souls 3 is by far the easiest of the series to just pick up and jump into. There aren't really any wonky mechanics that would bug the shit out of players, and there aren't really any flaws in regards to the pace of the combat. It's all just a matter of adjusting your playstyle to what's most comfortable for you. The class system gives you plenty of options on what you want to play as, whether it be a knight, a sorcerer, or even go balls to the wall and start off naked in at level 1. Now going in depth with each class, they each have their own strengths and weaknesses, which is fair of FromSoft to do as the PvP portion of the game is highly enjoyed by the community. For example, the warrior starts with high strength and health, making it a decent starting point for a heavy damage tank, while the thief has high dexterity and luck, making it ideal for a bleed or poison dexterity build. Again, it all comes down to personal preference, and based on my experiences, I will give the gameplay a rating of 8 out of 10. Oh boy, when it comes to the soundtrack, man does this game deliver. FromSoft has always been amazing in regards to its soundtracks, but Dark Souls 3 is by far the best they have made. From the hauntingly beautiful theme of Firelink Shrine to the reintroduction of Gwyn's theme during the second phase of the Soul of Cinder boss fight really shows the diversity and time put into making this soundtrack one to remember. There isn't a single piece that I did not like in this game, so I'm giving it a rating of a perfect 10 out of 10. In terms of replayability, Dark Souls 3 is a hit or miss with players. Going through the game for the first time lets players experience the environment and bosses for the first time, giving you that sense of awe and satisfaction when you finally get past a certain area. However, after beating the game, there really isn't all that much to do. The game does give you a New Game Plus mode, but nothing really changes other than the boss difficulty and upgraded rings. And after you beat the game with a certain build, even starting over with just a different build can get kinda bland, as you have to now adjust your playstyle to suit a build you may not necessarily be comfortable with, just to beat bosses you have already defeated before. Is it fun to continually beat the game over and over with just an OP character that you have played for 72 hours? Of course it is. But is it fun starting from scratch again with a different build? Debatable. So because of this, I'm giving the replay value a 7 out of 10. So all in all, Dark Souls 3 is a seriously well-made game and should definitely be considered by new players as a way to challenge themselves. After playing this game live on Twitch and reviewing the footage in order to help me make this review, I am comfortable with giving Dark Souls 3 an overall rating of 8.5 out of 10, even though it's one of my most highly touted games in my collection. You guys should definitely give this game a shot, it's worth it in the long run, trust me. And that'll do it for this review. If you enjoyed watching, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button and leave a comment with games I should play or review. My name is Noble Panda, and I will see you guys in the next review.